entire life. I'd like to quote Superior Court Judge Mitchell E. Oster, the Superior Court of the State of New Jersey. In a free society, citizens are not subject to arbitrary commands to show their papers or prove their identity. That was the fate of African Americans who had to show their papers during slavery, and the fate of Jews who had to show identification papers in the Warsaw Ghetto. To permit law enforcement officers to ask for and to check out passenger identification under these circumstances opens the door to the type of indiscriminate, oppressive, fearsome, authoritarian practices and tactics of those in power that the Fourth Amendment was designed to prohibit. Demanding ID from passengers in this state is a direct violation of the Constitution of the state and the Constitution of the United States, supported by case law, supported by the federal district courts. It is inexcusable that that bus was detained. And it did not matter if they were migrants, if they were a busload of migrants, a busload of Norwegian tourists, a busload of Jews, a busload of black people. The police in this state, in this town, do not get to tell a busload of people that they can't be in this town to walk our streets. Unless martial law was declared, unless some kind of law were they enforcing any law at all. What probable cause did they have to detain the bus? What warrant did they have? What due process of law did the mayor was given the bus he threatened to deport out of town? What due process of law? Do you guys understand what warrants are? Do you understand what due process of law is? Do you understand what the courts are? Do you understand what the Constitution is? Do you understand that it's illegal for the police to tell people, all persons, citizens or persons, read the Constitution. It's not just citizens, all persons, migrants, everyone has rights in this country. The First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment. It is a disgrace that this council has been silent in the face of what happened in Germany. They belittled human beings, and then they put them on trains and took them out of town. And that happened here. And your silence is inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. I'm asking this council to go to the Holocaust Museum and to learn about what fascism is. And I'm asking you to be a voice and to counter what the police chief, the mayor, and the police did to those people, those human beings, those persons with rights. Instead, silence. And the administration will say, we're reviewing it. Next month, they're going to say, we're reviewing it. And the month after that, they're going to say, we're reviewing it. The only thing they're going to say is, we're reviewing it over and over again, because they have nothing but contempt for you and us. Actions, actions. Shame on this town. I am ashamed to live here. Been here since 1971, and this town has a lot to be proud of. A lot to be proud of. Lewis Nixon, the guy from Band of Brothers, he came here after World War II. After he liberated the camps, he came here to work. Shame on this town for what they did, and shame on your silence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. President.
Yes.
I did speak about this in the past, about the mayor's actions. I believe that a police department is some sort of like military organization. I believe that their directions come from the top. which would, in our organization here, we have a police director or something of that nature, we call it, or our head, that is designated as the mayor. So when the mayor makes his comments, he instills those values from the top down. Our officers are employees that are here to work, they want to do a job, they want to get a paycheck. Unfortunate for them, right? They have to obey their orders, which come from the top. Now, I will tell you this, after seeing the video and after seeing the article, I wanted to comment. I was unable to comment because not this council president, the other council president, makes me put my questions in for my discussion items on Wednesday. And this came up on like a Monday, so he doesn't allow current events to be spoken at a meeting. That's a big problem I always have with what he's trying to do. But I am going to address this at the next meeting and explain how when you go down a certain road, you create hatred. And that's where I believe our mayor was going. I believe our mayor has created hatred here. I'm going to talk about that at the next meeting discussion by his actions and by what he says.